Sounds like you're in a rush. All right, big event here in Lakeland, Florida for BKFC 47. Our middleweight champion, stays middleweight champion, David Mundell with a big win. And then a little bit of controversy as we have a no contest in our co-main event. Great attendance, very, very happy with the fans here in Lakeland. Coming back out after our first Knuckle Mania, they definitely returned. We're very happy with that. But to elaborate on that, let's bring it in here to the president, the founder, Mr. David Feldman. Woo.
Yeah, man, I'm really, really happy tonight. I thought it was a great turnout for us here in Lakeland. It's not the easiest place to get to. It's in the middle of Tampa and Orlando. Some great fights tonight. Really, really great fights. What we saw tonight was what bare knuckles all about. That these guys and girls come over and really fight their asses off. I ask them to do that every time. We give out bonuses, and tonight they came out and they fought their asses off. Guys got dropped, girls got dropped, got up, and ended up knocking the other person out. I mean, just a tremendous, tremendous display of heart, you know, and it was a great night for us. You know, we started off with some. We tested for those that didn't see it on the app. We tested out an amateur series tonight with 4-ounce MMA gloves on, and I thought that it definitely needs some tweaking, but it has legs, and it's something that we're going to test one more time August 24th on the BKFC prospect card. We're going to test that out one more time, probably do 6 or 7 of those fights. I thought it was good. Like I said, needs a little tweaking, and I think we're going to make the tweaks. And you know, if it works, then we're going to press to do that once a month with the BKFC Prospect Series. Then we moved into the prelims. Had first round knockout and a third round knockout. Really, really good, exciting fights. Michael Larimore scored a devastating one-punch knockout over Daniel Gary, who always comes to fight. Shaffer, Fortt, and Tim Hester fought a hell of a fight. Ended up in a third round victory for Shaffer, Fortt. Crystal Pittman and Toni Tallman had the crowd on their feet. They both really, really tried hard, and Crystal Pittman was able to end the show at midway through round number 2. Tony Murphy came back to us. He's now 2-0. Displayed, you know, a lot of heart. He got hit with some good punches by Michael Jones and just kept walking forward and really kind of just walking through this stuff and ended up scoring a third round knockout. In a pretty big upset, Gabrielle Roman showed that this sport's different. Like, if you want it, you walk through it, you do it. Nobody really picked Gabrielle Roman to win, and she showed everybody tonight that she's a serious contender in the 125-pound division with a really nice knockout right at the end of round 1 over Martyna Krol. So congratulations to Gabrielle. In the fighter tonight was Ryan Reber and Travis Thompson. Usually we only go to 6th round in the co-main event or a main event, but I thought the crowd deserved it. I thought the fighters really deserved to have a winner in that fight, so we went the extra 6th round, and Ryan Reber was able to squeak that one out. He was a little busier in the 6th round. You know, I think the knockdown turned that fight around and gave that fight to Ryan Reber. Very, very good fight. Happy with both of these guys. Very happy with Travis Thompson. Always comes out and fights his ass off each and every time, you know, and just want him to keep fighting for us. And, you know, we'll see how long he wants to keep doing it, but he fought another really great fight tonight. Brandon Allen got up off the deck, you know, got dropped, came out and scored a devastating knockout over Seth Shaffer. Seth Shaffer fought in another bare knuckle league, really came out to fight, good guy. But I think it just shows tonight that there are different levels to this stuff, and, you know, it's just a different level of different promotions, and Brandon Allen showed that he's in line for, you know, definitely in line either next or the fight after that for a championship fight. I mean, he's upsetting people, he's knocking people out, he's doing what everybody said he wasn't going to do, and he's doing it. So congratulations to Brandon. In, you know, a disappointing finish, but a very exciting fight was Jared Warren versus Josh Dyer. Jared Warren got dropped once with a punch, and once we're not sure if it was with a punch or with an elbow, and that ended the fight. Got up though prior to that and rocked Josh Dyer a couple times, another fight of the night candidate up to that point. So I was very, very happy with that fight. And in a minor upset, actually, I think Dave Mundell was favored going in, but a lot of the crowd was talking about Mike Richman winning that fight. Dave Mundell just walked right through Mike Richman. Did get rocked a little bit, but showed that, you know, he's champion for a reason. He walked through those punches, and he showed that he's a big time champion right now. Dave Mundell showed the world tonight that, you know, it's not a fluke of him knocking out Francisco Ricci, and he belongs at the top of the division. So congratulations to Dave Mundell. We did a little over 3,000 people in attendance tonight. We had it set up for about that, so I don't think we had many empty seats in the house. A lot of viewers on the app and on our other platforms. So tonight was a great night for BKFC. I just want to really, fight of the night was Ryan Reber and Travis Thompson. So that, you know, I was very, very happy about that. Knockout of the night was Brandon Allen over Seth Shaffer. So he got KO tonight. They're going to throw another little bonus out to Gabrielle Roman's going to get a performance bonus. Did very, very good tonight. So those are the 3 bonuses that we're giving out tonight. I know that some other people possibly could have deserved some bonuses, but we may go back to the drawing board. Those are the 3 I'm calling off the top of my head: performance, fight of the night, and knockout of the night. You know, that's pretty much what I have. Like I said, very, very happy about tonight in Lakeland, and really looking forward to going back to Albuquerque on August 11th for a tremendous show.
All right, any questions for David Feldman? Just put your hand up and I'll come over and talk to you. All right, we have one from Susan Singari, excuse me.
Thank you. Dave, can you talk a little bit more about the Prospect Series? I'm going to call that, maybe that's not the right name, because you mentioned when you were doing an interview during the show that you're going to be looking for new talent, and some of the talent that you were going to be using were some of the people from the former tryout. So how many people will be in that series? And you said once a month. Can you give us any more details on that, please, sir?
Yeah, I am. You know, I'm actually dropping a video on that on Monday of really explaining what it is, but you know, I think that when MMA really exploded upon the scene, it wasn't just the fights. It was the fact that they were training MMA, and there were a lot of gyms teaching MMA, and that's when the product really exploded. It wasn't just the fights, because they were having a hard time at the beginning. And then when people wanted to become MMA fighters, they started getting taught MMA in different gyms, and that's what's happening now with bare knuckle. So I feel like if we do this Prospect Series and open up the door for amateurs and professionals that are just turning professional, that's going to create a lot more opportunities for different gyms around the country to teach bare knuckle fighting. And I think when the gyms teach bare knuckle fighting, and then we're doing more and more, we're starting off with 1. It could be 2, 3, 4 events a month. It could be that many, because I think we got, you know, we put the word out last week. And I think we got, like, I don't know, 6,000 applicants that want to fight in the league. So it's not going to be any shortage of fighters. But I feel like it's a really great opportunity for us to grow the sport itself. Not just grow BKFC, but grow the sport of bare knuckle. Because, look, I want other promotions out there promoting bare knuckle fights as well, because that just lets more and more people know how great this sport is, right? And then when they know how great it is and other people compete in it, the sport becomes very popular. And we are at the top of the heap right now, so that, you know, just lets us rise, you know, to the top of the cream even higher. And I think it's a great, it's going to be a great product for BKFC.
James Lilly fought Palomino in the last title fight that you had. The rumor is he's dropping to 145. Is it possible he's going to be in contention for a title fight against Kai Stewart?
Who's that? Lilly?
Lilly.
You know, I'm not really sure. To be honest with you, like, I haven't even really thought about what Lilly's going to do tonight. I was more worrying about what I'm going to do or who Brandon Allen wants to hurt next. So, you know, he showed the world tonight. I mean, look, it's not just one guy. I've been in the fight business my whole entire life, and it's not just people knocking someone out. That's great, and that's an awesome thing. But it's when get your ass knocked on the canvas and you have the balls and the courage to pick yourself off that canvas and then deliver a devastating knockout, that's when you know you got championship material.
In the light heavyweight bout between Josh Dyer and Jared Warren, are you going to have a third fight between the two, or do you think that you might do a tournament?
You know, we're going to go back to the drawing board this week. Both of them guys, you know, definitely deserve to be in the mix. They both came and fought their ass off. Controversial ending. So, you know, I'm not 100% sure on that answer right now, but I'll have the answer next week.
So, Dave, I know you've got a big fight coming up, BKFC Europe. I think it's September 2nd. Can you talk a little bit more about that? Who's going to be on the card for that event, sir?
You're talking about Bulgaria? Well, we actually pushed that back to November 17th. We have pretty much the whole card together, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't do it any justice by trying to pronounce those guys' names right now. But we have a hell of a show together. We're also, it looks like we're going to sign the deal this week, and we'll go to Kazakhstan on October 27th. We are going to, we have the Bukal Sanchai fight slated for November 4th, so we'll be international a lot in the fall this year.
So what about Redneck calling out Mike Perry? Let's talk about that. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, you know, as of this point right now, Mike Perry is not a BKFC fighter yet. So if we get that deal done, then that's something we definitely can talk about. You know, I think they may have fought before in the amateur. I mean, in MMA, they did. So that would be a rematch. That would be interesting. But you know, we have to get through other business first before we can even talk about that.
Mike Richman, do you think he should go down a weight class? Maybe go back to the drawing board? What's your feelings?
Yeah, like, you know, I wanted to see how he responded after getting hit, after getting knocked out by Lorenzo Hunt and then getting hit again. And I actually thought he did get dropped, but he didn't respond, you know, poorly. He was getting hammered with devastating shots. They weren't like, he didn't get hit with a nothing ass shot and then go down. He got hit with devastating shots. And it's funny because as I was walking here, I was saying to myself, should the guy go to 165 or 155 pounds? Maybe even, you know, that's where he fought. And I don't know at his age if he has that weight in him, but I definitely think that there's an opportunity for him to drop a weight class. You know, he showed that he's a tremendous bare knuckle fighter, and I don't think we've seen the last of him. And if we did, you know, because it might not be something he wants to continue doing, we don't know. But, you know, hats off to him for giving us some really entertaining fights.
Rick, 300 Coleman, Shift MMA. My gym had a hell of a night. I don't really have a question, but I just want to let you know we want Kai Stewart. Brandon Allen wants Kai Stewart. And we will also, if Mike Perry signs, we would like to fight him too.
Yeah, well, we already have a fight lined up for Kai Stewart, so, you know, he could probably get the winner of that one. You know, we'll definitely talk about that. I said he's in the mix, and when I say something, it happens. He's in the mix, and like I said, we'll see what happens with Perry. You know, it would be great. It would be great, especially here in Florida, both Florida boys for the championship. It would be something.
All right, I think we're good for David Feldman.
All right, guys, thank you.
Thank you, David. Let's bring up next the fight of the night. A hell of a fight it was. Ryan Reber, Travis Thompson. Come on up, guys, and congratulations on your fight of the night. We'll bring up Travis first. Ladies and gentlemen, Travis the Animal Thompson coming up first from the fight of the night. What a fight it was. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, you guys. How's everybody doing tonight?
Really good. We're going to have some questions for you in just a minute, and we're also going to bring up another chair and bring Ryan Reber up there with you as well. I think we can field some questions as we wait for Ryan.
So, Travis, you've had several fights.
Yeah, a couple.
Going to the 5th round,
Yeah.
you know, maybe more than any other athlete on the BKFC roster, you oftentimes don't touch the canvas.
Yeah.
It happened in this fight.
This was the
difference?
first time in my life I actually used my brain. I've never fucking done that in my life. Am I supposed to curse? Sorry. I've never done that in my life. What happened was I got hit in the eye. It kind of blurred my vision a little bit. So instead of getting a really bad hit, you know, he could have connected well. I just took an 8. Took an 8 count and lived on to finish the fight.
There's really only a few fighters that continuously go to the body in order to slow their opponent.
Yeah.
Did it surprise you that your opponent was able to push through that?
No. It was me. Okay, I had him. I let him go. I let him go. There's no way. I want that fight back. I want that win. I thought I had the win. I didn't think it needed a 6th round. You know, that's fine. It is what it is. I let it get away. I'm sorry. Thank you. I let it get away. I didn't think I needed that 6th round. I thought I had it in the bag. It's very disappointing. I'm very disappointed in myself. I trained way too hard for this. That shouldn't have happened. I didn't cut off the ring the way I should have. I was trying to lead him into my right hand. Worked a couple times, got the body pretty well, but I never really stayed on it.
You also continued to chase and stay
Yes.
in his mid-range, and he had a reach on you.
Yep.
Do you think you would have changed your tactic now
Well,
looking at the
no,
fight?
honestly, that really didn't bother me. I was waiting to slip it. So the problem was I was following. If you saw in the later rounds, I got it pretty good where I would slip in and then attack the body. That was the whole plan. Attack the body, come over the top. So if you saw, he would throw the right hand. I was waiting for it. You slip over, you catch underneath, you come over the top. He just kept getting away. He was dancing around pretty well. You got to give him credit. I mean, Ryan's my boy. He's a great friend of mine. You know, I'm happy for you, but I want that back. I didn't think I lost that one.
All right, I know we were waiting for him to come up, but he's here now. I want to bring up the other guy with you from the fight night. Ladies and gentlemen, bring up Ryan Reber. At least I thought he was here. All right.
The Invisible Man.
The Invisible Man, right.
The Invisible Man.
All right, do we have any more questions for Travis as we wait for Ryan?
Come on. There's got to be questions.
Travis, I'll ask you a
What's
question.
up? What's
How
up,
you doing?
Brian?
Oh, what's up, Travis? All right, this is your 10th fight for
Yes,
Knuckle
sir.
Fighting Championship.
Yep.
And I know you said you want to kind of get that one back. You'd like to have that fight again. But, I mean, is there any end in sight for your career? You've been fighting for a very long time.
Probably when I'm dead. I mean, I don't know. You know, how many people can say, I mean, I'm in my 40s and I just turned 40 in April. To be honest with you, look at me. I mean, I'm still in great shape. I still got good movement. I'm happy with it. I know I got the power. I got the skills. I just didn't put it together tonight. I'm very disappointed in myself. Next time I come out here, I'm going to knock the next MFer out.
Travis, you know, it's interesting because I was watching Brian Social's podcast this week. And I really was. And one of the things I wanted to ask you was you turn it on and you turn it off so quickly. How do you go from being what you are inside the squared circle to your regular life? Because you really are an animal in there. And
I appreciate
see you
that.
normally, and I'm like, what the heck? How does he do that?
So that's actually really funny. So I'm also a landscaper back home. I live in like Pennsylvania, so it's kind of funny. A lot of my customers I'm very nice and cordial with. They've never seen the animal. Try not paying me, then you'll see the animal. No, I'm just a really nice guy. But the thing is, I'm a very competitive person. I love competition. I love fighting, man. I love this sport. I'm very proud of the way it's grown, but I can flip a switch like that. I love it. So outside the ring, I said, Ryan's my boy. He's my brother. You know, we're shaking hands, we're hugging, we're doing all that stuff. If you saw me as soon as I got in that ring, that ship sailed. That's gone. I'm there to kill you. You're there to kill me. That's the way it is. Afterwards, what did? We hugged each other. It's the way it is. I can flip a switch. I love it.
All right, he's finally here. Some
Here
great
he is.
answers from Travis. Ryan Reber, he's going to join the conversation. Go up, Ryan. Fight of the night. Congratulations.
See, I broke his hand with my head.
This is what we didn't want to have happen was fight of the night.
Yeah, no.
Well, we're here.
That's
Fight of the night.
what I say. I said it's either gonna be fight of the night or knockout night, and we got it.
We got a mic for you, too. I know you got a hurt hand there, but try to hold on to your mic with that hand.
He's got a hurt hand. I got a hurt face.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, right.
6 rounds of bare knuckle?
Yep.
You always have a hurt face, Travis.
Yeah, yeah,
What a-
okay.
what a
This
fight-
coming
what a
from
fight
this
for
coming
fight of
from
the night.
this coming from David Feldman.
What a fight for
Yeah,
fight
we
of the
cracking
night.
up
And,
with
you
that
know,
shit, man.
you had mentioned on the Bare Knuckle show that you guys kind of talked this out ahead of time,
Yeah.
and you guys had trained together.
Yep.
Kind of speak on that. I mean, you guys are, I know it's the fight business. You guys are pretty good friends, it sounds
Yeah.
like. You leave that at the doorstep when you get in the squared circle? Just talk about that.
Good.
I mean, when I seen this man dancing, eye locked me, I knew I was in for it.
Yep.
You know, 10 bare knuckle fights compared to my 3, and I knew what I was getting myself into, but I worked the absolute hardest I've ever worked for this, and the results show. You know what I mean? And Travis he's the animal for a reason.
I appreciate that.
You guys seen that? This man does not stop, and I'm pretty sure he trained for 3 weeks for this.
Yeah.
And I mean, looked like he'd been training for 12. You know what I mean? And when they said it was going 6, I was like, please God no, please God no. But you know, my hand hurt. I tried to switch it up on him, and I mean, it's just the dog in me. And I sold a lot of tickets. I had to make up for my absolutely horrible performance over there in Game Bread, which this is my sport. I love bare knuckle. I love Dave Feldman. I love everything he stands for and he's got going. And I'm here to stay, baby. This it's my time now. You know what I mean? And I look to just continue pushing forward, man. And I showed, never give up. Just never give up. He hit me with a body shot in the second round that just literally almost folded me, man. I mean, I couldn't even breathe. I went back to the corner. I'm like, they're
now he fucking
it don't
tells
matter.
him.
It don't matter. Just get back out there. And it's, I got boxing coaches, so it ain't boxing. This is knife fighting, baby. So I had to, dig real deep. And once his hand was hurt, I tried to switch it over and use this one. But, it kind of leaves me open to the body even more. So I was like, and this man he's a Terminator, man. He ain't stopped coming. Golly.
Yeah.
So at any point during the time that you were receiving those body shots, were you feeling the point that you were just about to, you were hit so hard that you were like dizzy or overwhelmed?
No, it took the life out of me. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't dizzy. I was overwhelmed for sure. But I mean, this is, I don't know. I wasn't gonna stop. He wasn't gonna stop, and it showed, man. And we both really wanted it. This was something we both really want. He's ranked number 2. I'm ranked number 4.
Now it's changed.
And, I knew this was gonna be a Travis. That it doesn't even matter if it's on a 3-day notice. He is coming. You know what I mean?
Appreciate
and it's
that.
like, Jesus. God, my face hurts, my body hurts, my hands hurt. But like I said, are you not entertained?
We are entertained. That's why it was fight of the night. What an amazing fight, guys. Thank you for that. I think the whole room can agree that was fight of the night. It was a great fight. Thank you to Travis Thompson. Thank you to Ryan Reber.
Thank you,
guys, thanks for being here. And go kind of chill out. You earned it, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you guys. My man, love it too. Great fight.
I don't know how the hell you got them hands, boy.
Stop.
All right. Congratulations for
I can
fight
do
of the
this all
night.
day. No
Next up, I want to bring out Knockout of the Night. Knockout of the Night belongs to Brendan Allen. Come on up. Devastating knockout, as always. Good knockout of the night. We're going to field some questions for Brendan Allen momentarily.
I'm back like I never left.
All right, who's first up? Questions for Knockout of the Night. Do we have it? You got one right over here. Excuse me. Sorry, guys.
You touched the canvas at the end of the first round. Did you kind of feel little problems going into that second round?
No, it wasn't in that. I was more upset than anything. I was very upset. I put both of my feet together. I knew I was dead wrong for that, and he caught me with a good shot. Can't take that away from him. Once he sat me down, I got right back up. I wasn't hurt. My coach was like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm gonna get it back. I said, "I'm gonna get him out of here," and that's what happened. Sat on everything, got it done.
Going into the fight, what was your game plan as compared to what actually took place?
Honestly, if it's not broke, why fix it? That's how we been in camp. If it's not broke, why fix it? We haven't been able to have anybody to beat me yet on that same game plan, so why change it?
All right, that was 2 great questions, and we're gonna ask a third here. I always ask this. You're gonna get a nice sizable bonus, I'm sure, for Knockout of the Night. What do you do with the bonus? What are you gonna do with the money?
It's always with the kids. It's always with the kids.
That's even more reason to like you. Congratulations. Any more questions? All right. Well, congratulations. Knockout of the Night.
Thank you.
Spend that money on those
Thank you.
kids, man. Well deserved. Thank you. All right. Next up, I want to bring up the co-main event. It was a great fight, and then it kind of petered out a little bit with the ending of it. We knew it was going to be a great fight. Let's bring up the 2 guys from the co-main event. Josh D-Day Dyer, and Jared Captain Deadpool Warren. That's right, they deserve that applause. Again, we saw the first fight. We knew this was going to be another barn burner, and it was that until the ending that we had. So I'd like to open the floor for questions for these two warriors.
Josh Dyer, it seemed like you were doing a lot of upper respiratory breathing going into the following round. Did you have an adrenaline dump in that first round?
I was fucking tired, man. Excuse my language. But it takes 110% to freaking hurt this dude. So, yeah, I had to give every last bit that I had just to keep him from knocking me out with that left cross. I'm sorry, can you hear me?
All right. Do we have another question?
Jared Warren, going into this, it's your second time facing this gentleman. Obviously not the result that either of you two wanted. What are your thoughts going into a potential third fight or maybe even a tournament?
Man, he's a monster just like he was before. You know, I know he's wild. I was a little disappointed in myself for not making adjustments sooner. I felt like in the second round I started to make some adjustments and land some better shots. But no, I mean it was a hell of a fight up until it ended how it did. Yeah, I mean it sucks. Like I'm pissed off that the shot actually made me foggy. You know, I don't care if it was accidental, illegal. Like if I could have continued, I would have fucking continued. I was, you know, I'm still disappointed.
From the audience perspective, obviously Josh was throwing heavy punches and you were weathering the storm. Did you kind of notice that the tide may have been turning right around that accidental foul, which it clearly was an accident?
Yeah. I felt like it did start to turn because he 100% got the better of me in the first round. And, you know, my coach was giving me some adjustments in the corner, and I tried my best to use them to my advantage best I could.
I think I know the answer to this. Before we let you guys go, I want to hear from each one of you. Thoughts on the third time you guys dance, if and when that is. You guys both up for that?
Absolutely.
Can't wait.
Nate Shook was just happy. Maybe another match was made. You know what I mean? So that's good. Hey, guys, listen, we appreciate the good fight until the ending, and we're sorry to end like that, too, but give these two warriors a round of applause. The co-main event. Thank you so much for your fight. Jared Warren, Josh D-Day Dyer. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, fellas.
Taking this.
And now let's bring up the main event of the evening. What a main event. I know that we have the Redneck here. I don't see Mike, so I think right now we'll bring up the champ. Still champion from Shift MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Redneck Mundell is here. The champ is here, and we're going to field some questions with him in just a second. Another piece of gold. They're stacking up for you, champ. Let's go over here for our first question.
Damn thing is heavy, man.
Dave, he came in as the favorite in terms of the odds, but a lot of the fans thought Richard may have had the upper hand. Where were you mentally going into this contest?
Well, I paid no mind to that, but I thought I was the underdog, according to a lot of people who were telling me about the betting odds. But I guess it's kind of irrelevant. You know, I 100% believed in myself. I knew, you know, the camp I was coming from, the people I trained with, and, you know, I knew what I was capable of doing. So I just went out there and showed it to everybody else.
In that initial knockdown where you touched the canvas, how hurt were you or concerned?
I was just a flash knockdown. It's one of those things that just kind of like woke me up. I honestly still don't know exactly what he hit me with to drop me. I just turned to my corner and looked at my coach and was like, you know, what do I do from here? Like, what just happened, you know, for direction. He told me to push forward, and we went right back to the game plan, and we did our job.
Congratulations on your win. You know, you seem to have found your flow state, that's what I'm going to call it, in bare knuckle. So what is the secret to success for you then in that sport?
Shift MMA, baby.
So you've been on such a hot streak. Do you feel like Hunt is the next thing for you, that other thing that makes sense for you then?
I'm sorry, what was that?
You've been on such a hot streak. does Lorenzo Hunt look like the next one to take your heat? So to speak?
We're in two completely different weight classes. The only person that makes sense to me is Mike Perry. There's nobody else at 175 who deserves a shot. He's the only person who hasn't lost. Like, why would any other fight happen besides this one? It's what I'm calling for. It's what the fans want. Let's set it up.
All right. Well, I mean, I think that's the questions. And congratulations to you. You win again. You're on a tear here. We can't wait to see what you're going to do next. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. He is your reigning champion. Give it up for Dave, the Redneck Mundell from Shift MMA. And with that, I think that congratulations, champ. Oh, yeah. Well, that's great. I'd love to talk to her. Gabrielle Roman, let's bring her up. I mean, I don't want to call it an upset, but what a great fight. What a great fight. Congratulations. I believe your second time with us, first time being a draw. We're glad to have you here. And what a story, too, coming from the tryouts. And you were sitting there for a while waiting for the call. You got the call a little while ago. You got the second call. I mean, how does it feel? You worked so hard to get here. Now you're finally here. You're in the win column. It's got to feel great.
I feel very grateful. I'm sure everyone saw the tryouts videos from about 2 years ago, and I messed up that opportunity. So I just want to thank Mr. Feldman again for allowing me to just be here and to be able to have a really good way to feed my family. So I'm just very grateful.
So your opponent, Martyna Krol, she's got a lot of experience. This is your second bout. What adjustments did you make physically and mentally going from a draw to arguably actually a tougher opponent in this bout?
Well, so it was really my coach, mainly, honestly. He studied her, and I just listened. So he was good game plan, and it was it was just my team. So I just listened. It wasn't even me. So.
What about training? Getting touched? Did it seem a lot different this time than it did the first?
She definitely got sharper knuckles than Courtney. Yeah, so it definitely cut me a little bit more, but it's not anything that I don't mind. It's not something that I want to happen, but it's part of the game, so.
So, in speaking of that, what did you learn from your last fight that you were able to take into this fight? Because you were called up at a very short notice for that fight in Denver.
Yes, ma'am. Just, I guess, to be able to counter better, throw more than just one punch, and not to fall back. So if I had her on her back foot, just to keep attacking. That was my mistake from my last fight, and my coach made sure that I didn't do that again. So.
Roman, remember that name, Roman, a force to be reckoned with in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship.
Thank you.
We're glad to have you here. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And what a fight, and just what a night in general. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank
we appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And that being said, I think that is going to conclude our press conference. Thank you so much for those of you that watched at home. Thank you, to the whole event, and what an event it was. Live from Lakeland, Florida. So long from the Sunshine State. We'll see you next time.